Hello and welcome. Could you please introduce yourself and tell us what you do?
Thanks, Emeka. My name is Dr. Drew Hinds. I'm a IT director in Corvallis, Oregon. I guess some of what we do is deploy devices, connectivity, educational support, and training to our 900 teachers in our district and serving about our 7,000 students.
That's very interesting, Drew. Thank you for sharing that. Now, how do you think you've contributed to the industry at large? How do you think you have added value to it?
So thanks for the opportunity. Throughout my career, I've worked at the intersection of technology and education. Started out as a teacher, worked at the State Department for 7 years. I think in that context, I contributed to open education resources, alternative education, and some online learning options for kids, giving access to students in different settings to be able to receive a different type of education. Online learning has been always at the context or at the forefront of kind of what I've been working on. I've always had a side hustle for working on a course development project or an online learning project of some sort, in addition to kind of the technology and maybe technology training side for teachers. Last 15 years, I think contributing to decision making within public schools, making sure we get the right devices, the right software, and the right services in place for kids. I think that's been something I've been able to contribute, and I've been appreciative of the public institutions that have allowed me to do that, as well as the private. I worked for K12.com for a couple of years as the head of school. And I think that gave me kind of a unique lens to some of the online learning work that we've all had to experience during the last 2 years in the pandemic.
Well, what better way to contribute to the world than educating it? So I am glad that of the work that you're doing. Now, what do you feel about winning this award, Drew? How does this make you feel, the recognition with the conference?
Thanks, Ambika. So the opportunity to interact with some other folks that have been working really hard during the pandemic and this last year, this unique last year in education, has been fun. So an outstanding educator award kind of sets you aside to being recognized by some of your peers, and the opportunity to interact with those folks during the conference gave me a chance to kind of look at what other people perceived as the future of education. And I think, over 100 years of kind of innovating in the United States around schools, public schools, and equipping kids for the workforce. That's a focus that is a lot of fun, and it's always changing. I've spent a little bit of time recently diving into kind of where VR and virtual reality and some of the spatial computing areas. And it's really interesting to think 10 years out to where we might be in terms of giving students experiences that are super memorable and aligned with where they want to work. Those kind of work experiences and the learning experiences that might be even more powerful than what we can deliver right now is a lot of fun to consider. And I think those folks that were at the conference were definitely forward thinking in these kinds of things, and it's a lot of fun to get to know them and work alongside them in that work.
Well, thank you for sharing that. Thank you for the lovely feedback. We really do wish that you be a part of our coming editions as well, so that you're, kind of able to grow your networking horizons at its best. Lastly, where can we find you and your business online?
Thanks, Ambika. So the opportunity to kind of showcase myself, I'm not sure that that's a lot of what I do. Public educators typically, we kind of hide within a public institution. We're able to support and innovate to serve families. Right now, I'm in Corvallis, Oregon, near Oregon State University, serving the 7,000 students in Corvallis, those 800 or 900 staff, making sure that we're delivering on dependable devices, reliable connectivity, interactive displays, secure systems, and useful data. So I'm going to continue to work in the public sector until otherwise called, I guess is the way I would put it. LinkedIn and Twitter. Drew Hinds is with my Twitter account's a great place to find me. My contact information is pretty open on LinkedIn, and some of the recognition awards, publications, and other things I'm going to maintain in LinkedIn. Done a little bit of consulting on the side, but I'm always interested in growing or pruning my education network. So reach out to me on LinkedIn or Twitter. That's a great place to find me.
Thank you for sharing that. I really wish you all the very best, Drew, with your upcoming future endeavors. And we would look forward to welcoming you in our upcoming editions as well.
Thanks a lot. I'll look forward to seeing you next year.
Thank you.